Last problem of AMC 10B and 12B 2023. A regular pentagon with area 1 plus root 5 is printed on paper and cut out. All 5 vertices are folded to the center of the pentagon. For example, center is O, and it is A, B, C, D, and E. All of them are folded to the center of the pentagon, creating a smaller pentagon. What is the area of the new pentagon? Okay. So, the most important part is are folded to the center means what? Okay, this part. If we want to see this what? A goes to O. Okay, so the new edge that will be created is what? It will be perpendicular bisector of AO. If you imagine or do it on real paper, you will see it happens. The new edge that will be created is what? Let me draw. It is 142, around 144, 72. Okay. So on this part, we have this. Okay. It is for this one. Now let's consider next one, E. So again, we should connect E to O, and okay, if we consider perpendicular bisector 1, perpendicular bisector 4874, it will be around this one, and we can create what? 346 or 164, 64, 74. Okay, it will be a line like this. Next green line. Okay. And it will be created like this. If we do for other 5 for each of them, for example, this one. It will be 156, around 78. Will be something like this, and the angle 55, 145. So it will be like this one, and this part will be what? It will be 153, 70. Let's consider 77. Okay, around this part, and the angle will be what? 130, 40. Okay, it will be something like that. And last one, 147, 73 here, and the angle 17, 107. Okay. So the new pentagon is this one. Okay, so for example, you consider A prime, B prime, and sorry, A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, A prime. Okay, and we know it is like this, this one, this. So the radius of we know that this one by similarity is perpendicular bisector of this side. So, and we know if OA is R, this one is R over 2, this one is R over 2. So if you draw, and O is also the center of A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, E prime. So I say it is what? Perpendicular bisector, for example, it is OM. If we consider for A, B, C, D, E, if we draw a perpendicular, for example, to this one or any other side, let me draw in an easier one. So if we consider, for example, the center and draw, for example, this part perpendicular bisector from O. So here it is O, it is A, and it is perpendicular bisector. We know, for example, this one is K, this one is R. The angle is what? 180, the formula ideal one. 180 times n minus 2, sum of the angles, so 180 times 5 minus 2, 3 over 5. It will be 36, 108. So this angle will be what? Will be 54. This angle will be what? 36. It is R. So OK is what? Is sine 54 is what? Is OK over R. So OK equals R times sine 54. Okay? Now, here. When I want to I know the area of the ABCD because we know A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, E prime is similar to ABCDE. If we want to find area of ABCDE, we should divide two similar lengths like OM over A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, E prime. OM over OK squared times area of ABCD. Okay? It is idea 2 ABCDE in similar figures. When you want to find area, it is the ratio squared. OM over OK. OM is what is R over 2. So we can write it as A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, E prime. OM is R over 2. OK is what? R times sine 54 whole squared times area of ABCD. Area of ABCDE is 1 plus root 5. We can cancel R, so it will be 1 over 4 times sine 54 squared times 1 plus root 5. Now we should calculate sine 54 squared. Okay, for this part, we should be able to find sine 54. Let me tell you how to calculate sine 54. I told you two ideas. Okay. Idea 3. When you want to find sine 54, you can say sine 90 minus alpha equals cos alpha. And before exam, I said this. So sine 54 is cos what? Cos 36. Okay, we consider angle. The approach is like this. If you want to find, for example, sine 54, you say alpha equals 18 degree. Then we say cos 2x here equals sine 3x. Okay, we can use this also. We can say another thing. We know cos 54 by the same thing equals sine 36. So by the same approach, we can say cos 3x equals sine 2x. Okay, let's use one of them to find sine x. Then we can find, after finding sine x, we can find cos 36 or sine 54. Okay. So another formula we know idea 2 is that sine all idea 3, idea 4. Before exam, I had released a video and I said all the important formulas like this in trigonometry. Sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta, idea 5. For cos alpha plus beta, we know is cos alpha cos beta minus sine alpha sine beta. Okay? So if we use these two formulas, cos 3x will be cos x cos 2x minus sine x sine 2x. And here it will be sine 2x, sine 2x. If we use this, it will be 2 sine x cosine x. And we can rewrite it cosine x cosine 2x minus, instead of sine 2x, we write 2 sine x by using identity 4. 2 sine x cosine x equals 2 sine x cosine x. Now, because alpha is 18, we know sine and cosine of alpha positive. Okay, so let's say, for example, this is x. We can divide both sides by sine, no, by cos x. We can divide both sides by cos x. Cos x is positive because x is 18 degree. Now, cos 2x. For cos 2x, I want to write all of them in terms of sine x because it is 2 sine squared x, 2 sine x. For cos 2x, you can write it if you use this formula and simplify this. Idea 6 sine squared alpha plus cos squared alpha equals 1. If you use identity 5 and 6, we can write this one as 1 minus 2 sine squared x minus, if you had any question, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description, 2 sine x. Now, if you take all things to right side, it will be 4 sine squared x plus 2 sine x minus 1 equal to 0. If we use quadratic formula, again, before the exam, I said all these things, quadratic formula, and here we want to use that. Sine x is -2 plus minus square root of b squared 4 minus 4ac, which is plus 16. Over 2, it will be -1 plus minus root 5. Okay, and now, I'm sorry, we multiply 2a 2 times 4, 8. So if we divide both numerator and denominator by 2, it will be 4. If it's like minus, sine x will be negative, but we know sine x is positive, so we should say -1 plus root 5 over 4. Now I want to find what cos 36 or cos 2x. Cos 2x will be what? We know that is 1 minus 2 sine squared x. So it will be 1 minus 2 times this squared, which will be 1 plus root plus 5, 6 minus 2 root 5 over 16. If we divide this one, it will be 8. It will be 1 minus 3 minus root 5 over 4. If we use common denominator, 4 minus 3 is 1 plus root 5. Okay, so cos 2x is 1 plus root 5 over 4. So we've proved that it is equal to 1 plus root 5 over 4. Now, if we replace, it will be 1 over 4 times 1 plus root 5 squared. Let's write it like this. 1 plus root 5 squared over 4 squared, which is 16, times 1 plus root 5. We can cancel these by one of these things, this 4 by this 4. So it will be 4 over 1 plus root 5. Now we should rationalize. We multiply by root 5 minus 1, root 5 minus 1. So it will be 4 times root 5 minus 1. Root 5 squared minus 1 squared is 5 minus 1, 4. So it will be root 5 minus 1. Okay. So the answer will be choice B. Okay, if you want to learn trigonometric formulas like this, I had released many of them before, AMC 10, A12, A20, 23. If you want to learn other background ideas in combinatorics, algebra, number theory, and geometry, or want to solve more problems like this, feel free, send message to my WhatsApp number in the description.